I think it's commemorating the journey by Sergeant Philby. He made 105 years ago. It's the first time a British official had really ventured into the Nejd, and the first time that British officials had real contact with Ibn Saud, the founder of modern Saudi Arabia. So I think Sergeant Philby played a very important role. Firstly, in the development of relations between the United Kingdom, which is then one of the most important powers in the world, and there was no Saudi Arabia then, but King Abdullah, Ibn Saud, or later became King Abdulaziz. And of course, he later became a very important advisor in his own right. He became a friend, I think, to Ibn Saud, and a very important advisor to Ibn Saud. So I think it's nice. We're all going to learn a lot more about this important phase in the history of UK-Saudi relations. And our relations are very old, but we also have a very modern partnership. So I hope we introduce one of the founders of the relationship to a new generation.
This is a journey that retraces Philby's 1917 journey from Al Ugair in the Eastern Province to Jeddah. And on that journey, he was sent by the British government to meet Abdulaziz ibn Saud. And so we are, 5 years ago, I crossed the Rub al Khali from Salalah to Doha, from south to north, 49 days on camels with 2 Omani friends. And now we're going east to west from Al Ugair to Jeddah. And our journey will be in 2 stages, from Al Ugair to Riyadh, and then we'll stop like Philby stopped in 1917. Because then he met Ibn Saud and they became lifelong friends. They spoke for a week, they didn't stop talking, they got on so well. And then he continued west to Jeddah, and that is exactly what we will do. Our journey will be in 2 stages.
Joining this expedition has a lot of meanings for me. I mean, on the expedition level, I feel very lucky that I got to meet Mark and got to join the team, and that he saw that I can be a good fit with the team. And on a personal level, it's great to see my grandfather's legacy live through the next generation of grandchildren, and also the great-grandchildren are now old enough to understand what this is about, understand his history and read about it and follow the expedition. So big part of why I'm doing this is to encourage the youth and have that influence on them to go out and explore and have a purpose through their exploration. So yeah, all these reasons are why I'm joining this expedition.
So this is an interesting recreation, if you like, certainly a retracing of Philby's 1917 trip, and the wilderness, the silence, the escape from city, the noise, all of these things is what I look forward to experiencing. And in a certain sort of way, you get to learn a little bit about yourself as well, even more, and you get to appreciate how the desert, and how the people who live in the desert, the Bedouins in the old days, Philby in 1917, his travel companions at that time, his guides, his local guides, how they experience the desert in these days. Because Riyadh and Saudi has changed significantly, hugely. And to see how that has changed and how it's impacted into the people into the desert at the moment, but also to relive what they have been able to experience in the past, their way of living, their style of lifestyle.
So what I'm interested in this journey is to capture the story of and the expedition that Philby done in 1917. We would have with us a couple of the black-white pictures, and we have already a couple of the places that we want to see how it was then and how it would be today. And it will be very interesting because all is very modern today, you know, and everything would look very different then. The desert, I think, is still the same, the environment, but I think some of the villages where he went, they will be changed. Things changed lately, and you know, in the last 100 years. And for me, it's very important to tell, using visuals to tell the story, but with our eyes and how we perceive it today.